Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new week of Road to TCG Worlds 2016 where the poll was won by Trevenant BREAK. So let's take a look at the list. Now I did blatantly copy this list off of the winners state championships that were posted on the official Pokemon.com website. So definitely be sure to check out that site because it has a lot of very useful and obviously tournament proven lists. So we have our 4 Phantom from the new set, which do have Ascension. So pretty amazing to get off that turn 1 Trevenant if you go second, or we also have Wallis in order to get it out if we go first. So really nice card, that's for sure. Definitely an improvement over the XY Phantom. Now we are running, however, 4 of the XY Trevenants. 4 is Curse, as its ability preventing your opponent from playing any item cards is so strong. I cannot begin how strong it is. I cannot even begin to describe how strong it is. Especially in the current standard format where item cards are so common and so useful. Now we also have 3 of the Trevenant BREAK because the idea behind this deck is to lock out your opponent, bring something active that they cannot retreat, and start using Silent Fear every single turn in order to pick up a lot of KOs. Now we do have the single Wobbuffet. It's a nice Pokemon to start off with, and it's also a good backup attacker for Trevenant, especially since you are placing damage counters everywhere. So Wobbuffet can come in and get those sick KOs and even prevent your opponent from using their own Shaymin, or even you can promote Wobbuffet against decks like Vileplume, Vespiquen and allow yourself to play item cards. Now in terms of energy, we have 5 basic psychic energy, we have 2 double colorless energy, and 2 mystery energy. Now this is a very nice balance of energy, I guess, and you don't really need too many energy because of the fact that we do run 4-dimensional valleys. So let's go through the item cards one by one. Single battle compressor, I'm not sure I agree with just playing 1, but at least it gives you the option, and with 4 trainers mail it's not like completely out of the norm that you would not find it on turn 1. 2 Super Rod because we essentially only have 5 attackers, so with Super Rod that means extra Trevenants, extra energy, and potentially more Wobbuffets. We have the 4 Trainers Mail to search out for every item card we need and potentially supporters to get out of difficult situations. 4 Total Ultra Ball, pretty nice card, obviously, lets you search out for every single Pokemon in your deck. 4 Verseeker, absolutely mandatory in any deck except Vileplume in the current standard format. 2 Judge, definitely very nice to pair up with Trevenant. It can sometimes just outright win you games. A single Lysander, which again I'm not entirely sure I agree with just playing 1, but it seems to be the tendency nowadays to just play the 1 Lysander, and we'll see how it goes. I definitely would feel more confident with 2 of them. 4 Professor Sycamore, the best draw card in the current standard format. 3 Wally in order to get out that turn 1 Trevenant and potentially find the Trevenant BREAK later on in the deck. 1 Xerosic allows you to remove special energy cards, remove any potential item card that your opponent, or tool rather, that your opponent might have played before you got your lockup, especially against things that might include Carpador. 4 Dimension Valley, this stadium card is absolutely crucial to the deck success, allowing you to place 3 damage counters on every single Pokemon for just a single psychic energy. And 3 Bursting Balloon, these are really nice because they allow you to rack up some extra damage onto your opponent's Pokemon without needing to attack, and it makes your opponent think twice about attacking, because if he does attack, he gets 6 damage counters dealt back onto him, but if he doesn't, then you get a free turn of no damage, so it's a really good trade-off. Now 2 Floatstone, especially for Wobbuffet, but just in case you need to retreat the active Trevenant, it does have a hefty 3 retreat cost, so definitely okay. A single weakness policy, just in case you face off against Yveltal. I don't know how big a difference a single weakness policy will make, but it's in there. And a single head ringer, which should definitely prove useful against my opponent's Pokemon EX, especially because since you prevent item cards from being played, that means they will not be able to play tool cards in order to protect their EX Pokemon from potential head ringer plays. So that's the deck list. Let's find our first match of the day. The versus ladder has reset. It's been so long since I've completed a versus ladder, and it's such an excessive amount of points, and pretty much means you have to grind like 3 or 4 days in a row, and it's just not something I'm willing to do. I think my time is better spent on actual play testing against certain matchups than just mindlessly grinding the ladder to get those full art cards, which you can potentially trade for later on. Now, I do lose the coin flip, and I did see Lightning and Psychic from my opponent, so we might actually be facing off against Night March. I do mulligan. I am only running 7 basic Pokemon, so that's to be expected, I guess. And if it is Night March, going second will definitely not be ideal, because he will be able to get Night Marchers in the discard pile, especially after seeing my current mulligans. But I do get the Wobbuffet, which is really nice, because I will prevent his Shaymins, so he won't be able to go too crazy on me with his setup. And it is Night March. Okay, so there's Joltik. Now, I do get the Mystery Energy, so if I'm able to get a Dimension Valley, I can potentially find myself and a Phantom. I can potentially get myself that turn 1 Trevenant, and I'm preventing Shaymin, which is absolutely huge. Now, his goal right now is definitely to get the Night Marchers in the discard pile, but without access to Shaymin, you really have to wonder how many he will be able to get. Now, he does get the compressor, so never mind. There's already 2 Lampent, which he started off with, and with this compressor he can potentially get 3 more out, so we might actually be in a lot of trouble. So much trouble that maybe letting Wobbuffet get KO'd is the best play. Instead of getting the turn 1 item log, I might be better off. He actually only has 4. He gets rid of Unknown, so he's going to try to draw cards through Unknown, and he actually does have the Sycamore. He did have a Shaymin, so that's obviously good for us. But this matchup doesn't seem as clear cut as you would think it is. Now, my opponent does run a heavy Unknown count apparently, so that's interesting. Normally you would expect Acrobikes, and he just passes. So I do get the Phantom. The weakness policy is pretty useless in this matchup. Still going to attach it, and now the question here is, he has 4 Night Marchers total in his current discard pile. I do not have a Muscle Band or any way. Well, actually, attaching this weakness policy might be a mistake. Maybe I should have tried to draw a Bursting Balloon. Still going to attach the Mystery Energy. He might not even have another DCE for Joltik, and I do get the Dimension Valley, and I have the Wallies. I have my own Shaymin, but I definitely don't want to use that. What I could do, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I do have the option to evolve and prevent item cards. I do have that option, but I don't know if it's the best option available to me, because of the fact that, well, I will open up Shaymin, but he doesn't have Night Marchers. He will need 3 more Night Marchers in the discard pile. to KO my... Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I think it is worth it. I do think it is worth it. Because he didn't do or discard anymore. So, I can actually use Shaymin right now. Could use Super Rod and Shaymin. There's no need, I don't think. So I'm just gonna Ascension into Trevenant, prevent any item cards, and he will have, I guess, a tough choice between, if he does have the Lysander, he might Lysander Wobbuffet to have access to gain access to his item cards, but that means he will not be able to Shaymin, and his hand is huge. But you really have to wonder if he has any item cards there. Now he does get the DCE. He did have the DCE. He does have Joltik, or rather he benches another Night Marcher. Now this first Trevenant is definitely going to be a sacrificial lamb. I could deal 30 to everyone, because I did top deck the Psychic Energy, and I can Wallace into the Trevenant Break. But, we're not in a good situation still. Having so many energy might actually cost me in the end. I really don't know what's the better play. I think I absolutely have to secure more Trevenants instead of and I think, I mean, I can Shaymin, but that just gives him another target. I'm still gonna go Shaymin. Definitely not ideal to play the Shaymin, but it's not the worst thing in the world either. I do get an Ultra Ball, so that's good. With the Ultra Ball, I can get rid of the Headringer, get rid of a DCE, and yeah, attaching. Well, do I go? Wow, there's 2 Phantoms prized. What? There are 2 Phantoms prized. Okay, that changes absolutely everything. That changes absolutely everything. And I had no way of knowing that before, right? No, I had not searched my deck. So, seeing that, I'm definitely gonna have to evolve my Trevenant into Trevenant Break. And wow, that is really unlucky. 2 Phantoms prized. I really need to get one of them out right now. But there's only a 33% chance I do that. No Phantom. Okay. Crap. Wow. This is absolutely hideous. Absolutely hideous. And he even has basic energy. Wow. And there's a third unknown. So we are in a lot of trouble because we have 2 Phantoms prized. He has 5 Night Marchers right now. So even if I evolve, he will not be able to KO my Phantom. I can also get a KO with Wobbuffet, and that means he will... Man, that weakness policy is the worst idea I've ever had. Okay, I'm gonna search. I'm gonna do Trainer's Mail. I could Judge, but I don't think that's worth it. And I could thin out my deck a little bit, I guess, with the Bursting Balloon, but I don't think it's worth it. I can potentially get a KO here with Shaymin. So what I would really like, I'm gonna attach the Bursting Balloon to Phantom, and I'm going to Sycamore. I need 1 Trevenant, 1 regular Trevenant. Okay, I do get it, thankfully. So I will be able to take a KO through Shaymin, and I will also be able to prevent item cards because I did get the Trevenant Break. And if he somehow gets another DCE or another energy onto the Phantom, he will still need another basic. Otherwise, the Bursting Balloon will KO the Pumpkaboo, and I will win. and I have the Trevenant break for the next turn. He does bench the Pumpkaboo. Does he have an energy? He does. So, and he's actually going to KO Wobbuffet. Damn it. Stupid weakness policy. It comes down to, does he get enough Night Marchers? Ugh. Does he get enough Night Marchers in the discard pile to one-hit KO my Trevenant? It comes down to that. Wow, he actually had the absolute perfect hand. I can actually judge him. I did get the judge, so I can judge him, and he will still need to draw one DCE. So there's 6 right now. He only needs 2 more, or 1 more rather, because of the fact that I am going to KO this Pumpkaboo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once I KO the Pumpkaboo, that's 8. So he will need the DCE. He will 100% need the DCE, and also wait, Bursting Balloon, yeah, it gets discarded. Okay, so I could potentially attach the Floatstone, not that it matters too much. I'm gonna attach the regular Psychic Energy, and I definitely judge here, right? Can't believe I have 2 Pumpkaboo, 2 Phantoms priced. That is so weird. Okay, I'm going to bench the Shaymin so that I don't lose. I'm going to attach the Floatstone to the Trevenant break, or rather to Shaymin, and I'm going to judge here. That will bring him down to 4 cards instead of 6, and without items I would find it hard to believe he will be able to find a Lysander or another DCE, and because I will be placing 3 damage counters, I actually don't have any more Pokemon I can search for with the Ultra Ball. That is absolutely pathetic. I'm just gonna Silent Fear here. Gonna Silent Fear, man. Can I get a Phantom? Finally I get a Phantom. Okay. So now, does he get the DCE? He gets an unknown. That's his 4th unknown. And he gets a Birch. So he flips heads. Ugh. 19 cards, 2 DCE left. Does he get it? Did he get it? Or do I win now? He cannot Lysander. There's no way he gets out of item lock, and there's the win. Wow. That was so much suffering. So much suffering. But at least we do get the win here. Wow. That was really something. Okay. So we win the first game. Definitely had us on the edge of our seat. Despite the 2 Phantoms priced, I was able to pull it off. But it was definitely gonna be way harder than it should have been, I think. Him going first, but not getting such an explosive start, definitely helped us. And I think we got really lucky with the fact that we started out with that Wobbuffet. If we had not started Wobbuffet, then we would have been in a lot of trouble, I think, because he had Shaymin in his hand. If he had started Phantom or Shaymin, then he would have definitely had a lot more freedom to abuse his item cards and Shaymin, and potentially get enough Night Marchers into his discard pile to KO us. Now I'm going second once again. I do get the possibility of turn 1 Trevenant, but I don't have much else. Oh wow, and it's actually an Yveltal deck. Out of all the decks, it's actually Yveltal. He immediately attaches the energy. He plays a Skyla, so he's not gonna get like a super strong turn 1. He actually gets a Fighting Fury belt, and to be honest, he doesn't really need anything else besides his Yveltal. Actually draw a weakness policy. Does that help me in any way? It kind of does. to take this first attack, but wow. Then I'm going to... I'm going to be completely stuck here. Completely stuck. I have no way to draw cards. I have no Ultra Ball. I have no Sycamore. I don't even have energy to deal any damage. Man. What is this? So the weakness policy will potentially end up mattering because of the fact that if he attaches if he attaches to more energy, then he wins. But if he doesn't have an energy, he deals 40 damage right now. He actually attaches to Lugia. So he deals 40 damage. My weakness policy gets discarded. Right? What? No? Weakness policy. Oh wow, weakness policy stays forever, and I actually top deck Shaymin. Okay, so we might have a game here, thanks to that weakness policy top deck. Okay, I'm gonna attach the float stone to the Shaymin. I'm going to bench Wobbuffet, and I'm going to draw 3 more cards. I really need an energy, a psychic type energy. Please. Okay, I do get it. So I actually rather Yveltal be active, I think. I actually do. I still don't have a supporter. I don't have any more Shaymin in my deck. But at least this is going to be a 4-hit KO. Unless he retreats. But I'm just gonna Silent Fear here. Pile up some damage. And what I need is to top deck something useful. Soon. More energy potentially. Because Wobbuffet can definitely finish off my opponent's Pokemon. He did Skyla for a Sycamore, so my opponent running 2 Skyla is really weird. Oh my gosh. He top decks a Delinquent. Man. Man. Oh boy. An Ultra Ball. So I just pass the turn here. Oh, so frustrating. This sums up my luck. I know I shouldn't complain, guys, but anyways, I had a really rough weekend in terms of luck at the regional championship. The absolute worst that could have happened to me happened in that tournament. The first 2 rounds where I tied and lost, I should have won easily if I had drawn anything. And that made the tournament so much more complicated. And then I was able to bring it back to a winning scenario. And in the end, I got dunked by a Latios EX. I, of course, flip tails here. Delinquent and Skyless. I clearly don't know how to build a deck, because I don't include Delinquent and Skyla in my deck. I clearly do not know how to build a deck. Zerozik. He removes the weakness policy even though he's going to KO me anyways. And I'm going to lose to a player who does that. To Pokemon Researcher. Oh boy. I'm just gonna concede and I'm going to find another match. That's what I'm going to do. No comments. I mean, I have a ton of comments, but I'm gonna save them because I'm a new Pablo and I do not want to talk too much about my luck. Definitely frustrates me though. And people tell me I shouldn't get so mad at when things happen like that and things like that, but I am passionate about Pokemon. There's no other way around it. I am absolutely passionate about Pokemon, and I don't like losing. So that's the third game. We are going second in a row, and I just don't enjoy losing. This guy, Patricio Walsh, is a friend from Argentina. He's a really good player. I believe he's been national champion. He mulligans just like I do. We did see water and metal, so that means Greninja with Jirachi. That absolutely means Greninja with Jirachi. We are going second, so there's no need to find the Wallies, despite the fact that we do have the compressor combo. And he does have Rough Seas, so that's going to make this match a lot harder. Depends on how many Rough Seas he has, but we definitely have to be careful with our stadiums. It becomes really important to guarantee that our stadiums stay in play. Okay, that's what's really important here. Now, because of the fact that I might actually want to, because I don't have an energy. Well, I do have the Ultra Ball to find Shaymin, so you would expect me to find an energy. I just don't want to be the first one to play the stadium. That's definitely what I don't want to do. He goes for the Frogadier, feeling very safe. He goes for Frogadier, feeling really safe that I cannot KO his Froakie, obviously. And I really can't. So he attaches. Doesn't seem like he has much else. Usually you can expect one. I just told him he's gonna be on Fridays, or rather on Monday's video. This is Monday's video. It's definitely quite obvious he's not going to, or I'm not going to threaten the Froakie at all, so he's free to evolve into Frogadier. But the Rough Seas is an issue. It's definitely an issue. Those free turns of Dive Ball and Trainer's Mail are not ideal for me either. But yeah, Rough Seas is the biggest concern, and how many he runs. I definitely cannot be the first one to play a Rough Seas, so that means I really shouldn't use Ascension through Wallies, or rather use Ascension without an energy. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play the compressor. I'm going to get rid of Wallies just in case I don't run energy. Probably both Wallies actually, or rather two Wallies, and the third card. Yeah, he's saying he hopes to make it a good match. I'm actually going to get rid of Xerosic. I don't think Xerosic will be too useful, but I could actually, yeah, I'm gonna discard Wally, Judge, and Xerosic, because Xerosic is useless, but Judge and Wally are definitely nice options to have in my discard pile. Going to get rid of Sycamore and Lysander as well, so I'm going to try and get the most out of my Shaymin and out of my Versus Seekers. Now, he might not have a second water energy, so you could make an argument for a Lysander onto a Froakie to prevent the water duplicates. But I do get an energy, thankfully. Now we really have to hope he doesn't have... We have to hope he doesn't have a Lysander to save himself from the item lock. Or I could judge him, because we know he has a Sycamore and we know he has a Frogadier. So maybe that's the better play. I think it is. Because there's no way I am not getting the Trevenant. So yeah, going for the Judge on that turn 1 was definitely a really good idea. and because I am going second, I will be able to get the Ascension off. And I do have an Ultra Ball to potentially find myself another Shaymin in case I need more cards, or I need to find myself an energy to attack. So yeah, pretty great turn 1. There's a Trevenant, no items for him. We got rid of his Frogadier and his Sycamore. There's the Frogadier, and he just goes for water duplicates. Okay, so no Sycamore. No Frogadiers are priced either. Now, what I really need, well, not that I need, but I want to get an energy and a Trevenant break, because like I said, I really don't want to play the first stadium. I mean, I will if I need to pull off an attack, but I don't want to. So I'm going to find my Trevenant break here, and he didn't play a supporter, so he might be in top deck mode. I'm going to use Sycamore here. I do get the energy. I don't even get the the stadium yet, so maybe some are priced. I definitely didn't check for that, and I'm just gonna go for a Silent Fear. I even have the Bursting Balloon in case he tries to damage me. There's the Rough Seas, the first Rough Seas, so that's definitely going to be an important factor in this game. He also gets a Shona, so any damage I deal to him, yeah, it's completely negated. I can start using Tree Slam, and he just passes, so no Greninja for him. Now, in my current situation, I cannot afford to discard both Trevenant breaks here. Or can I? Well, I still do have both. I can judge once again. But no, I really need the stadium right now. So I'm actually going to Shaymin here. I hope the one card I draw is not Super Rod. It's not, it's another Sycamore, so that Shaymin was definitely not a good idea. But like I said, what I need are my stadiums right now. There's a counter, and I think he's going to have a lot of trouble trying to find more stadiums. I don't know how many he runs, but now that both Trevenant breaks are in the discard pile, I definitely need to try and ensure I find a Super Rod sooner rather than later. I'm actually going to Silent Fear. I think I get more mileage out of that. No idea if he will have another Rough Seas in his hand. No idea how many he plays, but the fact that he played the first one should work out in our favor. He actually runs Skyla, so that's the third opponent in a row, I think, using Skyla. He immediately goes for the Rough Seas, and that will force me. I mean, he might not do anything, but he will heal off the damage. And I am at risk of decking myself out. But you really have to wonder how many Rough Seas he's going to play. He goes for a Moonlight Slash, definitely his best play, especially since my Trevenant breaks are in the discard pile. I top deck another Trevenant. I'm actually going to attach to this Trevenant. I'm going to place a Bursting Balloon, and I have to Sycamore. That really puts a lot of pressure on me in terms of decking out potentially, but I should find another stadium right now. I don't actually, nor the Super Rod. Priority number one is the Dimension Valley, definitely, but I really do need another another stadium as well. Now we know he has the energy, definitely know he has the energy, so he will KO my Trevenant, and that's an issue because I do not have a backup Trevenant break. Now, can he get the third Rough Seas in a row? That's a big question here. That's a really big question. He gets the Trevenant break, or the Greninja break rather, and I feel like I'm really lagging behind right now. if he attacks me, he gets 6 damage counters back through the bursting balloon, but he can start targeting down my Shaymins or potentially the next Trevenants. But he's not drawing much else, which is good. He might not have more than 2 energy either, so that could definitely play in our favor. Oh boy. But I don't like the fact that I'm in top deck mode and at this stage in the game. But there's really nothing else I can do. He will use Giant Water Shuriken. He might opt not to attack this turn, although you would assume he does have 2 water energy in his hand. There's one. Oh, he has Fisherman, so he gets the 1 energy back, and he will be able to KO Trevenant BREAK. Now, this doesn't mean I cannot attack him, or KO him rather, but he will have the energy to KO Shaymin as well. So he will be able to draw 2 prizes off of that and potentially KO us that way. Okay, I get a Versus Seeker, so what I need right now is to find myself the Super Rod. Okay, that's step number 1 in winning this game. I could judge, but my play is definitely to Wally's here. Going to put back 2 Trevenant BREAKS and a Psychic Energy. Well, actually Wobbuffet would have been better, I think. Definitely would have been better. And I'm going to Verse Seeker. I cannot prevent him from KOing Shaymin, but I can find myself the Trevenant BREAK and get a KO on Froakie finally and threaten all of his benched Pokemon. And because of the bursting balloon, I can actually threaten a KO that way as well. Now, the Mystery Energy, I will attach it just in case. He's at 90, so if I deal 60, he'll be at 150. If I only deal 30, he will be at 120, but through the bursting balloon, he will KO himself. So he needs a Lysander not to be KO'd, and he also needs more Greninjas or another Ropsies in order to make it so that the Frogadier survive this turn. And he hasn't done anything beyond, or too much beyond, and he's already played the Fisherman, which, as long as I can prevent him from playing item cards, that means he has no way to get back the Fisherman, which really limits his energy. That definitely limits his energy. He does get 2 free prizes here though, so he benches another Froakie, attaches a Water Energy, and he's actually going to try and bubble here, which he does flip heads to. So infinite bubble can definitely be my demise. That's how many bursting balloons. There's all 3 bursting balloons are there, and I have no way to recover them, so I can attach the weakness policy, which I now think might have been a mistake because of the fact that I might need to judge. How many Verse Seeker are there? All 4, so never mind. If he gets 6 turns of bubble heads flips, I completely and utterly lose. Which would obviously not be good. Whenever he whiffs the head flip, I'm going to use Tree Slam instead, because I don't want to deal with Froakie shenanigans. At least not for long. So it comes down to flips. Can he flip heads 6 times in a row? That's the question here. Or potentially get a Ropsies eventually, or more Greninjas. All of those definitely help him get back into this. There's the bubble, another heads. Another heads. I guess I will attach this energy to Shaymin in case I need to attack and try and prevent a one-hit KO there, or prevent a KO from Greninja BREAK. I also have the Super Rod, so that's 3 more turns. He finally flips Tails. Okay, so Odds were not in his favor to pull that off. That's definitely not in his favor. I will attach this. I have no way to return the energy, so I'm actually going to use... How much HP does Greninja Break have? 170, so I'm going to place 2 damage counters on the Greninja Break and 2 on a Frogadier, get myself 2 prizes, and make it so that a single Silent Fear should KO my opponent in this range. Or rather, clean the table, okay? Clean the table, because I'm Tablemon. Yeah, 30 damage to everyone means... Oh man. No way, he gets the Rough Seas in the one turn he needs it the most. I've only played 2 Dimension Valleys, so how many are prized? And he has another Froakie, and he has a second Fisherman. What? So more heads flips, but he now has Rough Seas. He now has Rough Seas. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is he going... He's going to place 6 damage counters onto Shaymin, and then he's going to use Bubble. I really think he's going to do that. Yep. Giant Water Shuriken onto Shaymin. Oh, that Rough Seas top deck. That was awful for me. Awful. Absolutely awful. I have 4 cards. Oh, and he flips heads. No. And my top deck is a Psychic Energy. So, he actually decided to attack the active Trevenant Break. I don't think I agree with that, but I'm going to attach another Psychic to Shaymin, and I'm going to pass my turn. He gets another free turn of healing. Ugh, which is absolutely terrible for me. He flips tails though, thankfully. Thankfully he flips tails. I do not... Okay, 2 cards left in my deck. Where are my freaking stadiums? Where are my freaking stadium cards? I'm going to use Tree Slam. I do not want to deal with any more bubble flips. And placing the damage on Greninja means he heals less, I guess. Okay, I get a second judge. Only... Okay. Supposing my last 2 prizes are not Dimension Valley, I have a 50-50 chance here to draw my Dimensional Valley. And he got a Greninja now. Ugh, the issue is decking. The biggest issue here is decking. Not losing by prizes, but decking out. Ugh, where are my freaking stadiums? Where are my freaking stadiums? I cannot, absolutely cannot believe this is happening. Are my 2 stadiums seriously priced? Are they seriously priced? I have to Tree Slam here. Cannot do anything but Tree Slam, because that means he heals less damage, but ugh. And he has 3 Rough Seas. And he gets another break. No! I don't know if I have enough turns to win now. My last 2 prizes are 2 Dimensional Valleys. My last 2 prizes are 2 Dimensional Valleys. If they were any other card, good game. I cannot deal enough damage to win. Well, I guess Wobbuffet. Maybe Wobbuffet. Maybe Wobbuffet. No, it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. And I cannot even try to find the Wobbuffet. If I can get one KO, oh, I even misclicked the attack. Oh no, never mind. I did not misclick the attack. Okay, how much damage? No, not even Wobbuffet. Not even Wobbuffet. Because I need 2 energy to power up Wobbuffet. Oh man. Oh man. 60, he heals 30, that's 90. Nope. I need Wobbuffet to be the next card. I absolutely need Wobbuffet to be the next card I draw. It is, okay. So I can attach here, but then I don't do damage. Ugh. What's my last card? It's not a psychic energy. This is so ridiculous. He got the rough seas that one turn I needed him not to get the rough seas. Now I need him to misplay and to not retreat. Which he smartly does, and he had a second fisherman. And he has more energy. Good game. No comments on my luck, so I'm going to finish the video right now. If you guys try this deck, I really wish you guys the best of luck. I would like to have some average luck. Not bad, or rather not good luck. I don't want good luck. I just don't want my last 2 prizes to be my last 2 stadium cards. And I don't want to get dunked by a single Latios EX and a single Muscle Band in a Seismitoad Giratina deck. That's all I ask for. All I really ask for. Thank you guys for watching. I'm really frustrated and disappointed. And I will see you guys next time.